And we're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Nick starting with a pass. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Nix escapes the pocket. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And he's out the clear. He's at midfield. The 30. The 10. And that's a touchdown. At least for the moment, Brock. But there's a flag out there. I think that they might like this one away. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Connects on the crosser. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Complete out to the right. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They run. It's the rookie from UCLA. He's across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos get it down to a single point. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Now Camarda on to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's got a man left. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets finish off their opening drive. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Jets take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Nix with it on 1st. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He lofts it deep, right sideline. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. From the 18 on 2nd down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. From the gun, it's Hall. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. It's a 14-7 game. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Throwing now from the gun. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets double their lead to 14. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Nix off the play action. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed to his running back. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play. Just keep driving that defense backwards.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They give it to him up the middle. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They kick the running back in motion. Third and goal, here's Nix. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Broncos make it a 1-score game in the first half. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Pass play on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Adams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. They're down to their final one in this half.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And now they're staring at a 4th down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Need a conversion, and they're throwing for it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Jets get there and bring him down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Broncos in a very tough spot on 2nd and long. Another try following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
As the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They'll throw again. Nix. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he's officially into enemy territory now, and they're going to give him the opposing 49. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets will add to their lead at the end of the half. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Fits it through the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing here, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Camarda on to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Ready. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hall running between the tackles. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70.
He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra long.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Collects this at the 35. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Pressure coming for Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He finds space into the red zone. And they take this in for the score. The Broncos start the 2nd half with some needed points. And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2. He's throwing for it. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Jets. 40. Hits the 20. And he does it, Brock. He takes the fumble all the way back for 2 points the other way. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. The tackle's made, and so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Hits his running back. And he gets him around 6 there. Christian Harris on the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's back to throw. He lofts one deep, center of the field. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Denver. Two-point try now from Lutz. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Broncos tie this game up. Now Camarda on to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Working quickly here. They give on 2nd to Hall. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense up to the line fast. 3rd down give to Hall. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready.
From the 39. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Motioning the tight end now. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 11. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Trap 60. Let's go.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. Room to run inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take a 4th quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Nick's now to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. This finds Franklin. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Now with 2:09 left on the clock, we got a timeout from the defense. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Broncos losing by 7. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Brought in right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On the move, headed right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 79 Broncos.
Kamara. And he gets him the touchdown. potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Now Camarda on to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set! Buffalo 18! Go!
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Go!
He'll look to throw it. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's go now!
Setting up to pass. He's on the move. Caught, nice gain left side. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. Here he is to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. All right, so in overtime, Brock, we could see 1 possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
60 Eagles! 19 Cardinal,
Now running for the first time with Andrick Estime. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
65-6.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. So it's second down coming up.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Complete out to the right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Nix with it on first. Buys time, rolling right. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one's complete, right side. And he runs it in for the touchdown. Start the celebration, baby. They win it in overtime. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really